Hello and welcome to the channel. Excuse me. Right, now this one's OCR Foundation Maths back to 17. It's paper 1 and these are back to front because this one's a calculator paper. Must be paper 3 that's a non-calculator paper. So let's have a go, see what we can do. Alright, okay, let's have a... Right, let's wind down if we can, indeed. There we are. Right, so what do we get? We get an hour and a half. Measure angle A, we use a protractor to measure that, and without measuring on the screen, it's probably about 45 degrees. But try and get it as accurate as you possibly can. Write down the mathematical name for this type of angle. Well, it's smaller than 90, so it's an acute angle. Choose one of these words to complete the following sentence. There are lines. They're parallel lines, aren't they? Yeah. Parallel lines. Right. Use one of these symbols, less than, greater than, or equal, to make the statement true. 17.6 is greater than 1706. 0.9 is, well, because it's a calculator, 45 divided by 50. No, 45 divided by 50 is exactly the same. So that will be equals. Right, round this number to the nearest hundred. Well, there's the hundreds, so it's going to be 184 300. Right, 0.5 over 8 is a decimal. 5 divided by 8 on the calculator is 0.625. Here's a list of numbers. From the list, write down an even number. An even number is 42. The square number, 9 nines are 81, so it's only... And all the prime numbers. I know that 11's a prime number. 27, no. 41's a prime number. And 23, 13, yeah, 23 is a prime number. I don't know whether they want them in order, I don't doubt it. Karen made 40 cakes. She gives a fifth of the cakes to Andrew. She gives 10% of the cakes to Chris. What fraction of the 40 cakes does she have left? Well, 40 times a fifth is probably 40 divided by 5 is 8, isn't it? 40 divided by 5 is 8. So she gives 8 to Andrew, and 10% of 40 is 4. So she gives 4 to Chris. So together that's 12. So 40 take away 12 is 20. Is how much? Oh, hang on. Don't want the number of cakes. You want the fraction left. So she's got... Oh yeah, we still need to do that. Yeah, 40 take away 12 is 28. So she's got 28 out of 40. Don't know whether we have to simplify that. No, because it's 40 cakes. Yeah, it's the 40 cakes. Points P and Q are shown on the grid. So they are. Write down the coordinates of P. So X first, so it's 4, 3. Coordinates of Q, -2, -1. -2, -1. Plot point R at 3, -2. 3, -2 is there. R. And draw the line y equals 3. Y equals 3. So there. Y equals 3. Work out 17% of 54. So 54 times 17 over 100. So 54 times 17 divided by 100 is 9.18. 9.18 to 1 decimal place is 9.2 to 1 decimal place. So where are we now? So on to a bit of algebra. 7t minus 6u, 5t. So altogether we've got 12t's. 12t's. Oh, it's minus 10u's. Minus 10u's. Yep. Doesn't ask us to factorize. Do we need to? We don't need to really. Factorize. Here we factorize this one. So we can take a 5 out of there. And we can have v plus 4 5s is 20. Solve by factorizing. Okay. So x squared is that. Now, the factors of 21 that add to 10 is going to be 3 times 7, isn't it? Plus 3 plus 7. So x is minus 3 and minus 7. Alright, so far. Apple crumble is made using all these ingredients that serve 6 people. Want to make apple crumble to serve 12. How much flour? You just make twice as much flour, which is 240. Natalie makes apple crumble for 2 people. How much butter? So 2 people is a third of that. A third of the butter, 10 grams. Albina has 1.3 kilos of apples and plenty of all the others. Can she make crumble for 15 people? Well, 15 people is, what have we got? 1.3. So, what are we doing? Apples. So 550 divided by the 6, find out how much it is for one person, then multiply that. So 550 divided by 6 times 15, which means we're going to need 1375 grams. She's only got 1300 grams, so no, not enough. A pie chart. George recorded the scores of 120 goals. He started to draw a pie chart to show the result. How many goals did Simon score? Well, Simon scored a quarter of everything, so it's 120 divided by 4, which equals 30. So Simon scored 30 goals. Right. The table shows the other players. Number of goals on an angle. Complete the table. Right. So now, if we've got the number of goals to the angle of the sector, so I'm going to do 144 divided by 48. And that'll find 144 divided by 48 is 3. So that's 3 times as big, so 3 times that is 15. And we've got 72 divided by 3 is 24. Now we haven't got anything for Anthony, so what we're going to do. So remember that Simon scored 30, yeah? Wayne has scored 48, Harry scored 5, and Obi's got 24. So how many goals is that altogether? 8, 13, 17, and 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 107 goals all these people scored together. So if we do 120, take away 107, it equals 13. So he scored 13 goals as Anthony, which is 39. Complete the pie chart. Right, so it's going to be a bit of a guess now because I'm not measuring on the screen. So 144, we'll say as 180. Call that, yeah. So that's 144, and that will be Wayne. Oh, he's a good goal scorer. Harry, he only got 15 degrees. That's not very much, is it? Yeah, 15 for Harry. OB got 72 degrees, which is quite respectable. 72 degrees for OB. And 39 degrees for Anthony with no H. The pass mark for a test is 86%. Steve scored 52 out of 61. Did he pass? Well, 52 divided by out of 61 times 100. So we've got 52 divided by 61 times 100 is a great big number there. Is 85.24. Is 85.24%. So I think he's just missed out, has he? So no. 320 people go on a coach trip. Each coach holds 53 people. Gary says 6 coaches are needed. Is he correct? So we do 320 people divided by 53. Tells us how many coaches. 320 divided by 53 means that we need 6.03 coaches. So we would need 7. So you know he's wrong. Need 7 coaches. Just for those last little 1 or 2 people. So Trish and Mark have both cycled the same distance. Trish completed the distance in 2 hours. Her average speed was 16 miles an hour. Mark so we need this sort of speed, time, distance bit. So Trish completed the distance in 2 hours. Her average speed was 16 miles an hour. So speed and time. So we can do speed times time. So if we do 2 times 16, which equals 32 miles. So that's how far the journey was. Mark completed the distance in 4 hours. So we need to find the speed, which is the distance divided by the time. So 32 divided by 4, which equals 8 miles an hour. The ratio 20 minutes to 1 hour can be written for 1 and n. Find the value of n. 20 minutes to 1 hour. So 20 minutes, we'll call that 60 for 1 hour, yeah? And in the form of 1 to n. So divide by 20 to get to 1, divide by 20 to get to equal to 3. So n equals 3. So the scale on the map is 1 to 25,000. How many kilometers on the ground represented by 6 centimeters? So 6 times 25,000 is a big number. 6 times 25,000 is 150,000 centimeters. How many kilometers? So divide that by 100 will give you 1,500 meters, which is 1.5 kilometers. Kiri and Peter share some sweets in the ratio of 6 to 7. What factors each does Kiri get? So he gets 6 out of everything altogether, which is 13. Write 54300 in standard form. So it's going to be 5.43 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the 5. Write that as an ordinary number. So here we're going to go from 6.3 minus 2, we're going to go 1, 2. So that's going to be 0.063. Right, Pierre's given this equation, work out that times that, give your answer in standard form. Okay, so let's do the whole thing, yeah? So 61,000 times 4,000 equals 61,000 times 4,000 equals 2, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that in standard form is 2.44 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 to the 8. Well, it sort of is, but it's not as Pierre wrong as not standard form. Happy with that? Yeah. What are we up to now? Number 15. Right, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. They're going to buy some tickets for themselves and 4 children. The cost of an adult ticket is £7 more than the cost of a child ticket. The cost of 6 tickets is £86. Work out the cost of an adult ticket. So, 4 children. What's that? So we've got 2 times X, which is the child's ticket, plus 2 times X plus 7 equals 86. Oh, this is a good one. So 2x plus 2x plus 14 equals 86. So 4x plus 14 equals 86. Take 14 away, so 4x equals 72. So x is 72 divided by 4, which is 18. £18. £18. Have I done that right? So £18. Maybe I've done that wrong. I've got 19 as an answer then. That's the cost of a child ticket. So an adult is 18 plus 7, which equals 25. Oh, 25. Let's have a look. They've got 4 children. Ah, of course. 4 children. So that should be, yeah, so they've got 4 children. Right, let's do that again then. So we've got 4 children. So that's 6x equals 86, take away 14, 72. So x equals 72 divided by 6. 72 divided by 6 is 12. £12 for a child. So an adult now is 12 plus a 7, which equals £19. The scale on the diagram shows the position of A and B. 1 centimetre is 10 miles. Lucy's house is nearer to town A, that this is a construction, is nearer to town A than B. Okay, so we need a line. So you get your compass, get the point and do a mark there, from there. Turn it round and do the same there. So you've got 2 reference points. As long as it's over halfway, then same bit, go from there and draw any distance, yeah? So from there, point, pencil maybe there, and just go up round there, from there, and do the same from there, and where they cross, and then do the same down here with the same thing, yeah? And there's the same thing. Now, if you draw that, ooh, you've constructed a bisector from A and B. So Lucy's town is over here, nearer to A than B. Her house is exactly 50 miles from town B. So from B, 50 miles is going to be 5 centimetres equals 50 miles. Yeah, 1 centimetre is 10. So now we need to do some kind of semicircle with 50 miles. So I don't know whether that goes over that, I think. So say 5 centimetres from there to there, and then we draw a big arc there, like that. So Lucy's town, on the scale, all possible locations for Lucy. Yeah, so here. Oh no, oh no. Tiny, tiny. It's not going to be in there. Oh, read the wording of these. Now, if it's exactly 50 miles from town B, but nearer to A than B, it's got to be here. So anywhere along this line, anywhere along that line, there, the house, anywhere along that line. At the start of 2014, Briar's house was worth that much. The value of a house increased by 5% every year. However, the value so that's 3 years. So it's 240 times 1.05 to the power of 3. So 240,000 times 1.05 to the power of 3 is 277830. Right. 490 is a product of its prime factors. Right. 490, do a little factor tree here. 49 times 10. 2 times 5. There's some prime numbers, yeah? And that is 7 times 7. So it's going to be 7 squared times 2 times 5. A bus leaves Ayton every 25 minutes. Buses to Bleaford leave the station every 40 minutes. Buses to both places leave at 9. What's the next time that they leave together? Oh, God. So buses to Ayton and buses to Bleaford. So they go at 9, yeah? So it's 9:25, 9:25, 9:50, 10:15, 10:40, 11:05, 11:30, 11:55. Let's hope that's right. Now every 40 minutes. So we've got 9:40, 10, 20, 11, 11:40, God, 12, 20. Oh, I need some more buses, yeah? And 13 o'clock. So 11:55 plus 25 minutes. I'll have to do some more AM ones, yeah? 25 minutes is 12:20. Ah, just need one more bus. 12:20. Ooh, hang on. Kelly, Kirsty either travels by bus or walks. The probability to catch the bus to the shops is 0.3, so that must be 0.7. Now, the probability to catch the bus from the shops is 0.8, so that must be 0.2, and 0.8, and 0.2. Right, complete the show that probability Kirsty walks at least one way is 0.76. So it's going to be there, which is 0.3 times 0.2, which is 0.06. walks at least one way. So she could walk that way, which is 0.7 times 0.878 56, 0.056, or is that, hang on, 0.3 times 0.2 equals 0.06, yeah? So 0.7 times 0.8 is 0.56, so that's So that's 0.56 if she goes that way. Now she could walk and walk because it says at least. So this will be 0.7 times 0.2. So 0.7 times 0.2 is 0.14. 0.14. Now I've got to add those three up together. 12, and that is 12, 4. God, brain's melting now. 16. 5, 6, 7. So I'm getting 0.76. Yeah. Oh, there's the answer for you anyway. 0.76. Right. Most higher pressure gauge shows a reading 12% higher than the actual. What's the actual pressure when most gauge is 38764? So we want 38.64 times 12%, and then we just add it on. We just do it this way, yeah. So 38.64 times 12. 38.64 times 12 divided by 100. That's 4.6368. 4.6368. So if I add these two together, 38.64 and 4.6368, 6872.3. Oh, hang on. Have I done this the wrong way round? I think I have. Right, most 12%. 12% higher than the actual pressure. One of these. So that represents 112% times 100. So 38.64 divided by 112% equals times 100 equals 34.5. 34.5. Oh, nearly fell into the trap. Here's a diagram of a semicircle inside a rectangle. Right, calculate the perimeter of the shaded region. Whoa, yes, okay. So this is going to be half of that and half of that, right? So if this is 120 there, so the height must be 60. And if this is 120 all the way over there, that must be 60 as well. So we've got 60 plus 60 plus, and we've now got to find this curvy bit, which is pi d, and we're finding a quarter of a circle, aren't we? So divide by 4, which equals pi times the diameter, is that 120 over 4, which is 30 pi, which equals pi times 30, 94.247, 94.247. So if I add that 94.247, we should get our answer there. plus 120. This is 214, which is 214.24247. Give your answer to three significant figures is 214 to three significant figures. And it's in meters, isn't it? Don't forget, I bet they put that down there. Oh, and it goes on is another question. A, B, C, D are four towns. They are indeed, yeah? B is 25 kilometres due east of A. So that is 25. C is 25 kilometres due north of A. So that's 25. D is 45 kilometres due south. So that one's 45. Work out the bearing of B from C. So we need to know that angle. Now, this is a right angle, and these two sides are exactly the same. Therefore, that one must be 45 degrees. So 180 minus 45 is 135 degrees. Calculate the bearing of D from B. So we need to find that angle there. What are we going to do? Can we use trigonometry, I suppose? Have a look. So that, we know that's 90. Whoops. So there's 90 at least. So now we need to find this bit here and add it onto there to find the bearing. So we need to find that angle. So I'm going to use trigonometry. So saw, ca, toa. Now let's do a different colour so we can see what we're doing. So we need to find that angle. So this is the adjacent and this is the opposite. Yeah, adjacent and opposite, adjacent and opposite there. So tan, I'll just call it x, equals opposite 45 divided by 25. So 45 divided by 25 is 1.8. So the angle 1.8 tan. So tan. So now go shift tan 1.8, which is 60. But they call it 61 degrees. Yeah. So now the bearing is going to be this bit here is going to be 180 minus 61, which equals 119. So the bearing there is 119 plus 90, which equals 209. 209, that's a complicated question there, 209. So the angle there is 209 degrees. Oh, it's another question. Right, the table shows the average number of customers per day entering the shop. Okay, yep. So make two different comments comparing the number of customers entering the shop in 2015 and 2016. Well, let's plot 2016. So January to March is 130. So 10, 20, 30. April to June is 304. July to September is 381. It's about there. And October to December is 192. It's about there. So let's draw these up there, yeah. Make two different comments comparing the number of customers entering the shop. Okay, Okay, so we'll have to plot that first. I don't know, anything that makes a bit of common sense here. You could say that 2016, this April to September is higher than 2015. What else could we do? Overall, more customers in 2016. You could say, well, that's more or less the same as that. That's bigger, that's bigger, that's bigger than those three. So overall, right. Each week, Dan drives 2 routes. Good for Dan. Right, X and Y. One week he drives route X 3 times and route Y twice. Ooh. Simultaneous equation. So 3x, whoops, come on. Let's go back to that colour. So 3x plus route y twice, 2y equals 134 miles. Another week he drives route x twice and route y 5 times, and that is 203. Find the length of each route. Find what x and what y is, basically. Yeah. Let's see, got to make something the same. So I'm going to multiply the top 1 by 2 and multiply the bottom 1 by 3, and then I'll get the x's the same. So I've got 6x plus 4y equals 268, and 6x plus 15y equals 3 of those is 609. Now it's a bit topsy-turvy, so I'm going to take that one down there. 6x plus 4y equals 268. Right, so now I'm just dealing with these two. Yeah? And then I'm going to subtract. So there's no x's, and there's 11 y's. And what's that, 268? So 609, take away 268, it's 341. 341, that's an honourable number, isn't it? Okay, so y equals 341 divided by 11, which equals 31. So that sort of worked out okay, didn't it? I thought that was going to be a decimal number. Right, so now we've got to work out what x is. So let's go back to, say, this one here, and replace the x with 31. So 3 times 31 is 93 plus 2y equals, oh hang on, I already know what y is. What am I doing? So 3x plus 2y is 62 equals 134. So 3x equals 134 take away 62. 134 take away 62 is 72. So x is 72 divided by 3, which is 24. So x is 24. State an assumption that has been made. What can I say? All distances remain constant. How's that? Okay, so let's go back to where we were. And there we go. So thanks for watching. Hey, that was an alright one. OCR. I like these. Right. Okay. So this was the first one, and there'll be links to other videos, GCSEs and all sorts of things. I'm going through every paper I can. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.